So today's a good day. This house is completely finished, the rehab is done, and we are gonna allow our investors to take a walk through and take a look at what their capital created. Before we started this house, it was completely blighted and vacant. We walked through the back door, but we could not get through even the kitchen area. So the middle of the house had completely collapsed down, the roof had collapsed in, we couldn't even walk through the front door. Now to see it as a final product, for them to have walked through the beginning before we started, some of them the middle, to take a look at what it would look like after it was framed and all the electrical and mechanical and plumbing was in. And now to see the final product, beautifully finished, staged, decorated, and looking fantastic. It's gonna be so exciting to see their reactions. So right now I am filling out cards so that our equity investors in this house have an idea of what their potential return on their investments are. Something nice to let them know that they can expect some money, not only the return of their initial capital, but also profit and upside. Now, of course, this house hasn't sold yet, so it's just a projection, but we've run the numbers and we made sure to account for all the holding costs, the closing costs, any taxes that the LLC will have to pay as a result. So we're pretty confident about the bottom line number, and I think they're gonna be happy with the percentage return on how much money that they put into the projects. Just wanna make sure we do it nicely so that they can get an idea around what kind of return they can expect. Our first guest has arrived. Hey, what's going on, Tracy?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
How you doing?
So good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Hello.
What's going on? Come on in, come on in.
How are you?
How are you?
Good to see you. Welcome.
So out back, we're gonna allow for an option for a parking pad. If they don't wanna do a parking pad, then we'll just put grass down.
So you wait to see who gets.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
are you gonna fence it though?
Yes, the plan is to fence it still, yeah. But we can't fence it without the parking, knowing what they wanna do. Yeah, yep.
The tree stump out.
Mm-hmm. Because it's such a big house, there's a AC system or a furnace down in the basement to furnish the basement level and this level, and then on the second floor, there's a second and third floor. Framing, we got in just before the pricing really spiked. So we were fortunate there where we didn't get hit over the head with a lot of the lumber costs. And then as we continued through the project, from there, material like shortages and delays, and I was pretty happy that we didn't get hit with the framing increase. Right now, framing is still like 200% above what it was pre-COVID. It spiked at about 300%. I want the real, I want the honest. Money back. Hey, what's going on?
How are you?
How are you?
Good. How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah. So no offers yet. It's listed. What's it called? Not pre-market. Coming soon. It's in coming soon status, and we're working with Caldwell Banker. So they've got a pretty wide network, and some people taking a look at it. Next week, we're gonna list it like officially. I wanted to wait until there's some small kind of things I'm sure you saw as you walk through, paint here and stuff like that to get those professional photos. To my knowledge, there's no other real listings in the area. So anybody who wants to move into the Station North, it's gonna be pretty hot. And hopefully we get some competition, get some awards, get some options, and we maximize this thing. Y'all wanna take a walk through?
Yes.
Awesome. Y'all hang out here. I'm gonna go on this tour with you.
I think they had to fix some of the HVAC upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They had to lower it because it wasn't.
That one's like a surprise closet. This one's a coat closet.
Yeah, it's like a pantry.
Well, I open everything.
Yeah, no, do your thing. I appreciate that. Open it all, take a look. So we're just over 2,000 square feet. So it's a nice size house, 3 floors, 3 beds, 3.5 baths. There's some small punch out stuff you'll see as we walk through. So the bedroom's a good size.
Yeah.
They're all really good sizes. And you see, like, obviously we gotta paint a little bit. There's some small stuff throughout that we gotta wrap up.
She's a detailed person.
Yeah, yeah, I noticed when you go through contracts, like I like that. And this is the back bedroom. So this one has 2 closets in it.
There's, 2 closets.
Yeah, gotta paint that. We had some final things to wrap up over there. This is like a study area initially. If somebody wants a rooftop deck, we can change this window to a door and put the rooftop deck on. Plenty of natural light comes in here. So pre-COVID, when all this kind of started, the plan was to do new construction houses here. And I talked to the guy who was the developer / contractor. So he did a few houses a block north, right behind that park that we all sat at in the very beginning. And he was gonna do somewhere between 15 and 17 townhouses right here. Hasn't gotten off the ground yet, so I'm assuming the property is still owned by the city. I don't think it's a private owner who owns it, but as it stands right now, they're just keeping the grass cut and trying their best to keep the trash off of it. We may end up trying to do like a cleanup day and partner with a local nonprofit and see if we can do some kind of neighborhood cleanup type of deal. Thank you all so much for investing in this property with us. I'm excited about it. This is our first one as like a unit, as a group, testing these waters out and trying to see how it will go. And then we've obviously done some other ones that some of you are part of. With the goal and the intention of being able to duplicate ourselves and scale faster and stronger. We've learned some takeaways throughout the process and we'll share those with you. And I definitely want to get everybody's input, your takeaways and what you liked, what you didn't like, all that kind of stuff. So as we continue to improve and grow, we're able to do so in a way that makes people feel good about the process and everything that goes on. We prioritize quality, obviously, as you walk through the house, you see that. Finances. Hey, good morning, how's it going?
It could have been a little bit better, man. I'm sorry for the mishap. I just want to kind of explain what was going on.
Okay, yeah,
I'm
please.
actually the general manager. We had 2 catering orders on our calendar today, but my scheduler didn't put the second one on for your time slot. They only sent us the invoice. So obviously we have the invoice in our email, but we don't have the items in the kitchen. I would have to make a store run. So I'm letting your man know right now, like I can make the store run. I can literally start to get everything in order, to get everything prepped. It's just gonna be about 1 hour and 30 because obviously, we got to get everything prepped, cooked, and then, packaged for you guys. The only other best thing that I can think of for an immediate resolution right now is to just give you guys a refund. Or we can just hold the refund and maybe reschedule it for another day since we already have the refund and you guys have already paid for it. It was just a scheduling mishap that like my head chef didn't see. As me as a general manager, I don't take care of the catering, so I wouldn't even have seen it on the calendar at all. So we're just kind of running behind ourselves trying to find a solution for you guys.
Oh man, well listen, I appreciate you trying to find a solution. Obviously this is a little disappointing, puts a small hardship on us. We got a few people over here excited about this shrimp and grits.
I can imagine. That's why I said if there was any way we can push it back at all, I would get on it right now so that way we can get something to you guys. If it's a timing conflict, I mean, bare minimum, I could get your information and at least give you guys some sort of discount for next time, or something, anything, whatever solution we can come up with.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. At this point, let's just do a refund. We'll find something closer, get some Postmates or something. We'll order some food. So shit happens, obviously. As you heard on the phone, for whatever reason, the catering order went in. They had the invoice, they got the payment, but they didn't send it to the head chef. So the head chef doesn't have the food in order to prepare it. And obviously, I'm a little bit taken aback, and I got to explain this to everybody who's here, all of our investors. We're going to find a solution. We'll find some other food close by and get everybody fed. But small things like this, and even just something as simple as bringing food to a house, you can imagine the types of difficulties we run into when it comes to fixing a house and a blighted property and coordinating all those types of pieces. It's disappointing. It's disappointing.
This year I'm really excited about for everything coming, not only in the city, but really about how we can continue to support what you guys have going on and all the new folks. There's so many new faces in Next Gen as well. So y'all being the OGs, always kind of being able to reach out when you need anything. So make sure y'all know that for anything. Some people reach out to me, stuff has nothing to do with real estate. So never feel like you can't, but excited to kind of take y'all on this journey with us in this house through all these crazy times. So hopefully your envelopes are nice and fun.
So Brittany and Chandler, you guys open first, please.
Wow, that's a good return. Oh, okay. Much more than I thought.
Good. Good. So the top line is what you put in. The next line is your profit on what you put in, based on your percentage equity and of ownership in the project. And then the bottom percentage is just a percentage breakdown on that ratio between what you put in versus what you get out of it. So the percentage-wise, I think you mentioned it, like I'm really happy about this percentage, yeah. So the percentages are pretty good. What I did was I took the projected sales price, so I'm assuming here a full price offer, $309. So we're gonna push pretty hard for that, and anything less than that, obviously we'll be communicating. Minus all of our costs, construction and holding, and et cetera, et cetera. And then I also backed out closing costs, assuming 5% of the sales price for closing costs, to make sure we calculate for that for the title agent and listing agent and all that kind of stuff. And then we also backed out 20% for taxes, because there are going to be taxes withheld because of the sale of the sales proceeds. So we try to factor as many of those costs as possible to get to that bottom line. Now I do have to go back and see whether 20% is enough to kind of put aside for taxes. Because this project was over a year, technically it's long-term capital gains, which is taxed at a lower rate. So there's a little bit of a benefit there. Hey, Nakia.
Hey, Khalil.
Hey, do you work with Marikai?
I do. I work with Marikai. I work in my passion.
Hey, Tracy.
Yeah.
Hey, do you work with Marikai?
Yes, I work with Marikai.
Hey, Saida.
Yes.
Hey, do you work with Marikai?
Yes, I do work with Marikai.
Hey, quick question. Do you work with Marikai?
Yeah, I work with Marikai. I work with my passion and my soul.
Hey, Chandler, Brittany. Hey, quick question for y'all. Do you both work with Marikai?
Of course.
Yes, we work with Marikai.
What a day. You're talking about ups and downs, highs and lows, good feelings, good laughs. It was great to bring everybody together and have a good time laughing and joking and eating, finally, and breaking bread and understanding what those projections are gonna look like, how much potential profit they're gonna see, and really walk through the finished product, the product that they put their money into, that they all worked together, came together, and allowed us, trusted us, to build the house in a way that we know meets the market demand and also provides a safe and quality living for a new family who's gonna move in. So we're excited about this one, and I know what's gonna happen next. Our investors are gonna come back after they receive their actual profits, and they're gonna say, we wanna do it again. We wanna do it bigger, we wanna do it better, we wanna do it faster, we wanna do more of them, and we wanna continue taking vacant properties out of Baltimore City and continue building wealth. Super excited about this. Check you out on the next one.